The career you've been pushed into by your broke teachers and struggling parents is a goddamn joke. The word career itself has become a meme. Are you really going to look to Wall Street for financial advice when chicks on OnlyFans make more than investment bankers? There are 3 reasons why we, as human beings, pursue careers. First one, rather obvious, resources, essential to survival, you're kinda screwed without them. Second one, not so obvious, but critically important, purpose, okay? You have a sense of purpose, one that works through the thing you spend the majority of time on, your career, you're even more screwed than if you were broke. Finally, your career needs to fill you with conviction, okay? Now this used to be the domain of religion, but God is dead, so it's no longer the domain of religion, and we outsource it to our jobs. Pretty obvious, look at everyone's social media accounts. What is the first thing in the bio? Oh wow, it's what they do for a living. Shocking. So that's neat and all, nothing new there. Things you already knew, maybe you didn't autistically verbalize it like that, but you got the gist. Scary thing though, the modern day 9 to 5 fails all 3 spectacularly. Resources. Okay? Excluding like neurosurgeons and no one else, no 9 to 5 is going to accrue you enough resources to live a comfortable and fun life. A 6-figure income is not the domain of the wealthy, it's the bare minimum. These days you need a 2-person household with both of you having a 6-figure income just to survive in a large city. Okay? It's not the answer. So point 2, purpose. This, well, I mean, you go to a 9 to 5, you show up every day in your restraining monkey suit, you get through someone else's work, things that other people tell you to do, doesn't necessarily align with your goals. Look, TLDR, you are fulfilling someone else's dream and making someone else money for chump change. It's not going to give you a sense of purpose. I mean, maybe, if you are like in the 1% who has a fulfilling career, good on you. You're probably broke, but good on you. Finally, conviction, okay? It's like a pillar that holds up your entire ego and self-esteem, right? The issue, when you work a 9 to 5 in someone else's company, fulfilling someone else's dream, you are building that pillar of your identity on someone else's land. At any time, they can decide, hey, about time we reduce size. And they push over the pillar of your identity for fun. You know what happens then? You get the wage slaves who've been in companies for 30 years and suddenly been kicked out of said companies, jumping out of buildings. Okay, so, things don't look so great right now. What a time to be alive! Except, we do have a few things we can do, okay? There is hope. I mean, some people are doing it right. There are still rich people out there. There are still people climbing from, well, not the middle class, kind of doesn't exist, low class to high class, right? There's hope. I mean, so the way out, okay? We need a career, or something that fills the void left by the career, and it needs to bring in adequate resources, it needs to fill us with a sense of purpose, and it needs to give us a conviction that defines our identity. How do you do that? Well, there are 2 avenues that are essentially the same thing. One, you make your own business, okay? You see a problem in the world and you decide, hey, I'm going to fix that and provide value. People pay you for said value, and suddenly you have purpose, fulfillment, conviction, and resources. 2, you join a startup or small business which aligns with your personal values. Okay, the opportunity in these small businesses is way better than you're going to find in a large corporation. You'll make more money, you'll be more fulfilled. I mean, you're probably still a slave. But, if you're in a small business for long enough, you are going to learn, just by the atmosphere of the place, how to run your own small business. And then you can go back to option A, now that you have more courage. That is really the only way I see out of it. The 9 to 5 will be the death of a lot of people. Okay? We are in an epidemic of depression, loneliness, and suicide. We cannot afford to keep informing young people that what they need to do with their lives is go through this bullshit education system and then go get a degree doing something that no one's going to care about. Okay? People, it's time to start living a life you don't need to escape. Send this to someone who needs to hear it.